Now before kicking off the video, I do want to give a quick shout out to the links below in the description. Make sure you check out those links. You'll find some links to some of our favorite apps for collecting crypto. Apps that all you do is open it once a day and hit a button and they give you free crypto. So check out those links below in the description. The first important thing you need to do if you're trying to stretch your battery on your phone is not leave your GPS on. So by simply swiping down from the top of the screen and then swiping down again, you'll find a location button, and you want to turn this off. And the way I do it is I only turn it on if I'm going to use my GPS. If I need to use Google Maps to look up directions, I will turn it on. But other than that, I like to leave it off because the GPS does drain a lot of battery in the background. And some of you might go days or weeks without using your Google Maps, but your battery is constantly draining because your phone is always pinging your location. So I would say turn that off unless you're going to be looking up directions. The second thing you want to be mindful of, and we're going to swipe down from the top again here, is the Wi-Fi. Now guess what? Many of us have Wi-Fi at home and that's why we have it on. But when you leave the house, just swipe down and turn off your Wi-Fi. Because the way the Wi-Fi adapter works is it's constantly searching for Wi-Fi networks. So why have your phone constantly searching for Wi-Fi networks if you're not at home? I would say when you leave the house, turn it off, and when you come home, just turn it back on. Now you're able to take advantage of Wi-Fi when you're at home, and when you're out, your phone is not using extra battery power trying to find Wi-Fi in places you're not going to use it. Now, if you end up at a Starbucks and you want to use their network, turn it on, use it, and then turn it back off. So that's tip number 2. Tip number 3 is tapping on the recent apps button right here and simply checking at least once or twice a day to see how many apps you have running. Sometimes we have a lot of different apps that we've opened. And one of the things that people don't understand is when you open an app from the home screen, if you tap the home button, that app does not all of a sudden close. The app is still running in the background of the phone. So what you actually need to do is hit the recent apps button, and you have to go to that app, and then you can actually close it up here with just a swipe up like that. You can also tap close all, and this will close all of the apps that are running in the background or programs, and that will also help to drain some or save some of your battery. Now the fourth thing you can do is go to your settings, swipe down from the top, and in the upper right corner, tap on the little settings wheel. And here we're going to swipe up until we get to the battery and device care section. Now in this section, you can do a quick optimization of your phone that will check your battery, your storage, and your memory. And just by tapping this optimize now, it will help to close out anything that's running in the background that might be causing your phone to run slower, or any other issues that the phone finds during the optimization that's going to slow down your phone. And just that fast, it's optimized the phone, and now the phone is going to run smoother and faster because of this. Now, one quick tip is you can always go to the upper right corner, tap on the 3 dots right here, and tap add to home screen. And now if we hit the home button right here, it's going to give us a special widget. I think we have to swipe up here. So it's going to put a shortcut to device care in your app drawer. So from the home screen, just swipe up. You'll now have this device care app shortcut. Hold down on it, and we're going to drag it right to our home screen. So now, if you ever, or at least once a day, I would say, just go ahead and tap this button, and it's going to automatically take you to this device care section so you can do a quick optimization to make sure there's not any apps running or anything in the background of your phone that could be slowing it down. And the very final thing you can do to help improve your battery is using the power saving mode. Now, if you swipe down from the top of the screen here, swipe down again, you will have this little icon that says power saving mode. Now you can tap it to just turn it on, or you can hold down on it for 1 second and it will take you to the power saving mode like settings, where you can kind of adjust the different things that it will optimize. So the first thing I love about this is by turning this on, it'll automatically show you how much battery life you will get by being in this mode. So if I turn it on right now, my phone's at 58%. It's saying it's gonna get me another day and 8 hours of battery life by the optimizations it's gonna do. So I can turn this on, and now what it's gonna do is it's gonna decrease my computing power a bit, and it's gonna decrease the screen brightness by 10%, and that's gonna help to stretch the battery a lot longer. So that's one of the main things you can do, is just keep your phone in this power saving mode, especially if you don't, play a lot of games or you're not doing a ton with social media. You really won't notice a difference in the speed of your phone when you're in power saving mode. Now, if you are playing games, I wouldn't recommend you use this mode. I would turn it off, play your game, and then turn it back on. And there's one more thing I want to show you as well. Let's turn this off here for a second. Now, let's say you're going to be out for the whole day and you're not going to have access to a charger. Maybe you're going on to an amusement park, or just somewhere where you're not going to have any opportunities to charge your phone. If that is the case, I would tell you to switch on this third option, the third option at the bottom that says limit apps and home screen. This is a more aggressive power saving mode, and you'll notice just by me turning it on, it went from 1 day, 8 hours to 3 days, 11 hours. And by turning this on, it's gonna vastly change how the phone looks. So it actually turns off my wallpaper. It limits the apps I have access to. You still have access to quite a bit, so you just have to come to the top here, hit edit, and you would hit plus here, and these are all the apps you'll have access to while you're in that aggressive power saving mode. This is also an important thing to know in case of an emergency. You find yourself trapped or in an earthquake or somewhere where you may not have power for days. By turning on this mode, it will again restrict all the power that your phone is normally using so that it can stretch your battery longer, and that's why it's saying it could get you up to 3 days of battery life. So this is a good thing to know about. I wouldn't recommend you guys use this daily. I would say this is more so for an extreme situation. By the way, if you want to turn this off, just hit the 3 buttons in the corner, hit turn off power saving, and it'll take you back to the regular mode. So what I recommend is, let's go back to power saving mode just so you can see what I did there. So again, to get to that really aggressive power saving mode, I just turned on this third option, limit apps and home screen. Normally, I wouldn't recommend you do that. Just make sure these two are checked, and you can use the phone in this power saving mode, and you'll notice there's no change. Everything looks normal. Everything will run just about the same, and you'll notice just a slight decrease in the speed of the phone. So these are just 5 different things you can do to help improve your battery life. This is a great phone. It already has a really decent battery life, but these tweaks are going to allow you to get your phone battery to last even longer. So I hope you guys found this helpful. Make sure you like, favorite, and share if it was helpful. Leave me a comment down below if you learned something in this video that you didn't know before. I always love to know if I'm teaching people new things. And thanks again for watching. Take care, and as always, have a good one.